Today we're going to be taking a look at the best base plate options for your 2018 Jeep JK Wrangler. When it comes to Jeeps, there is a lot of different options with the Jeep itself. Now we're going to be going over the base plate options, and since there are so many different editions and models of Jeeps, we're going to try our best to cover them all. So the base plates we have here are going to fit your standard Jeeps that have no winch and no guards on the bumper. Later on, we'll be talking about some of the specialty Jeeps that have some of the off-road bumpers and different styles that they have. So here we have one of our base plates mounted on our Jeep, and one of our base plates are all going to do is they're going to allow us to safely hook up a tow bar to tow our Jeep behind our motorhome or coach and safely get down the road. Up front here, we're going to have the Roadmaster EZ4 base plate kit. Right here, we're going to have the Roadmaster EZ5 base plate kit. And finally over here is going to be the Blue Ox base plate kit with detachable arms. Now each one of our base plates is going to have detachable arms. And what I mean by that is this silver piece where the tow bar will hook into. If we go ahead and pull this pin, we can rotate the arm and it'll come out. And that's a nice feature because when we're not towing it, our base plate is going to sit nicely right underneath the bumper, and we're not going to have too much sticking out, and it should just kind of hide in with the bumper there. And they're all going to have a bracket right in the center here that's going to be for our electrical connector. Now as far as installation goes, our two Roadmasters are going to install identically. It's a minor trimming that we're going to have to do, but we're not going to have to remove the bumper. Now when it comes to the Blue Ox, it is going to install slightly differently, and we are going to have to remove the bumper. There's still going to be some drilling and some cutting required. Now another thing that's going to be slightly different with our Blue Ox than our Roadmaster, this is going to bolt on just like the Roadmaster, but in addition to bolting on our base plate, we're also going to have safety cables that are going to be permanently attached wrapping around the cross member or the frame. Now when it comes time to how we're going to connect our tow bar to our base plate, our EZ4 is going to be compatible with all Roadmaster tow bars as well as quick disconnects. Now with the EZ5, we're also going to have a different style connection. Our EZ5 base plate kit is not going to work with tow bars that need a ball mount in order to mount it up. It is, however, going to work with all Roadmaster tow bars that mount directly to the RV at the hitch, such as the Sterling, the Blackhawk, Blackhawk 2, Falcon, or Falcon 2. Our Blue Ox base plate kit is also going to have a different style connection point on the end. And it's going to be compatible with Blue Ox tow bars that have the triple lug design, as well as Roadmaster tow bars with the adapter, which is sold separately. Now the safety cable connections are going to be a concern because they are required in all 50 states to tow your vehicle down the road safely. Now I got a set of safety cables here, and even as large as they are, we can see on our EZ5 base plate, we can get it on without too much trouble. Now the EZ4 is going to be identical because the side plates here are going to be the same shape and the hole is going to be the same size. Now you might notice that the hole on the Blue Ox is just slightly larger, making it just a little bit easier to get those hooks on. Now one of the concerns that we might have when we're flat towing our Jeep is the debris, rocks, or anything else that might be coming up from behind our motorhome and catching the front of our Jeep. Now each one of our kits does have some solution to help protect our Jeep, and we can go ahead and start talking about each one individually. Our Blue Ox base plate kit does have a protector that's going to protect our vehicle, and it's compatible with our base plate and most tow bars, and it's going to be the Blue Ox car guard, and it's going to have a nice guard that's going to go right in front of our vehicle so we don't have to worry about stuff hitting it. Our EZ5 base plate is also going to have an option to protect our vehicle, but it's only going to be compatible with the Tow Defender by Roadmaster. Now that's going to mount in between our base plate here and the back of our RV, and it's going to prevent rocks and debris from coming up and hitting the front of our vehicle. The EZ4 is also going to be available with that option, but it's also going to be able to use the Guardian, which is going to be a hard plastic cover that's going to cover the front of our vehicle here and keep rocks from hitting it. So we're going to have two options that we can actually use together with the EZ4. So to sum everything up for your Jeep that has a standard bumper with no winch or guards, as far as installation goes, I think the EZ4 or the EZ5 Roadmaster is going to be a good choice because we're not going to have to remove the bumper and it's just going to be a little bit easier. Now, as far as appearance goes, I think all three of our base plate kits are going to be on par with each other because they're all going to sit about the general same spot, and they're going to be nice right underneath our bumper and just kind of blend in. Now, as far as compatibility goes, I definitely would say that the EZ4 base plate kit is going to take it here just because of the compatibility of the connection points, the different types of tow bars we can use, as well as the protective accessories for our Jeep. Now that we've covered the options for our regular Jeep, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the special edition options. Roadmaster did come out with an adapter, and now these are going to take a little bit of a different approach than your standard base plate here. This, instead of actually putting a base plate on the vehicle itself, a lot of times in a lot of special edition Jeeps will have the D-rings on the front, and these are actually going to mount to the tow bar itself, and then this pin will come out and we'll be able to attach this part that's attached to the tow bar to the shackle mount once we take the D-rings off. One thing I do want to mention is this mount is designed to mount up to a 3/4 inch thick shackle mount. If yours are 1 inch or bigger, or if they happen to be smaller than 3/4 of an inch, these will not work. The really nice thing about these adapters is it's extremely fast installation. We just remove this bolt, we can slide the collar onto our tow bar, line up the holes, and replace the bolt in there. And then when we get ready to hook up to our Jeep, we can simply just pull the pin out, hook up to our shackle mount, put the pin and clip back in, and we're ready to go. Now, although these are designed to work specifically with the Jeep shackle mounts, a lot of our customers are saying that they like them because they do work with a lot of aftermarket off-road bumpers as well. You just want to make sure, again, that that shackle mount is 3/4 of an inch. Now, the adapters can be used and they are compatible with all Roadmaster motorhome mounted tow bars, which means they're going to work with all the Roadmaster tow bars that go directly into the receiver tube on your motorhome. One more base plate I'd like to talk about is another Blue Ox, and it has the removable arms. Now, this one is going to be for a couple special edition Jeeps like we have here on our winter edition. It's also going to be available for the Moab, Modern Warfare 3, and the American Expedition with the tubeless bumper. Now, the way we're going to be able to tell if this is the base plate we're going to need is this tab right here at the bottom of our bumper is going to be about a 1/2 inch thick. Now, if it's 3/4 inch thick, this base plate is not going to work. But like I said, certain special editions right off the bat is going to let you know you're going to need this one right here. Now, one of the really nice features I like about this one is that the base plate is just going to fit right in between the tabs on either side of our bumper. So we're only going to have 4 bolts, and then we're going to have those permanent safety straps wrapping around the frame as well. A really straightforward installation, shouldn't take too much time. Removable arms are nice because once we take them out, as you can see, it kind of hides in the Jeep, and even though we have these safety cables, it really doesn't take away from the look of our Jeep. And also, it is going to give us quite a bit of adequate ground clearance. It's not going to hang down too low. It's actually going to be above our skid plate here. So whether you have a regular bumper on your Jeep, one of the special edition bumpers, or even an off-road bumper with D-rings, there is a base plate option out there for you. And that'll finish up the look at the best base plate options for your Jeep Wrangler.
Thanks for watching, and click the link in our description below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com. And leave us a comment if you have any questions.